In the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Cooper's Thaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beach of sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Cooper's Thaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's still my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. From Chiang Mai's mountains to Koh Samui's shore, every step's a story, I'm craving for more. Smiles all around, the people so kind. Thailand's a treasure that's one of a kind. Floating markets, lanterns in the sky. Festivals that spark like the stars up high.
Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Cooper's Thaiadventure live stream with myself, Cooper, and my good friend and trusty sidekick, Mr. Brock Snitters.
Oh, there you go.
Today I got a topic to talk to you guys about, and it's a very important one, folks. I've personally filmed over 400 property videos on our channel.
Wow.
So this subject that we're going to talk to you about today is something that I know a hell of a lot about because I got experience and I can tell you exactly what's going on in our area. So first, what the heck are we talking about? What we're talking about is property laws here in Thailand. Okay. There has been a lot of scrupulous, I'll call it, for want of a better word, Thai people setting up foreign companies for foreigners, so they can buy homes. Illegally.
Unscrupulous.
Unscrupulous, scrupulous. And they knew they were doing it illegally, and they were setting up dummy companies or companies that no longer exist and taken over their name. And it is a huge, big no-no. Just recently, last year, the government in Phuket had a big culling of this illegal going on with properties.
No, so what were they doing?
Basically, a foreigner saw a house that they liked. The agent involved, be it the developer, salespeople, or another agent, said, hey, we can set up a Thai company and you can legally have this in your name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yes, it's very easy. We can do it for you, sir or ma'am. And they would set up a Thai company. And all of a sudden, they bought the property and been living there for many years, happy as Larry. I own my own home in Thailand, sort of thing. Beachside property in
The
Phuket.
foreigners aren't allowed to own land in Thailand. I thought.
Correctamundo.
Oh,
Correctamundo. So Phuket had a big shakeup. Property prices in Phuket were going up and up and up and up and up and up, and a lot of foreigners were buying them left, right, and center. And every single one lost their home. Every single one lost their home in Phuket. They cracked down on hundreds, if not thousands, and took the properties away from them. A lot of people, that was their life savings. They didn't get a penny back. They couldn't sue the developer. They couldn't sue the agent that set up the dummy company for them or took over an existing company, you know, that went into insolvency and just took over the company's name, or the company no longer existed, you know, mom and pop vegetable growers united, whatever. And they passed away, whatever, and they take over the company name. They go to company house and they'd say, I'd like to take over this company. And they pay a fee, and now they're the majority shareholder of the company. Now, there is a right way of doing it, and there is a wrong way. That is the wrong way. If you are a legit company, for example, you can buy a house in a company name or a condo in a company name, but you will only own 49% of the company. You have to have Thai nominees that own the other 51%. That is the rules. And for those foreigners that are doing it that way, they're safe. They have nothing to worry about. Okay, because they don't own 49, they only own 49%. The controlling parties are Thais, and they own 51%. It's the ones that are going around setting up dummy companies with fake Thai names as the other board members, yeah, and or two people, Thai people, that are on 500 properties as the others decide. That happens. That has happened. Okay. And then they get big backhanders for doing it. And they crack down on it. And like I said, hundreds, if not thousands of people lost their homes.
they get their
Phuket.
10% commission on the sale of the property.
Yeah. Now,
They'll say anything to get that.
I know what you guys are thinking. Okay, well, that's Phuket, Coop. You live in Pattaya. Well, let me tell you what's going on in Pattaya, folks. In the 3 years, almost 3 years I've had this channel, like I said, I've filmed over 400 videos. Sean and I went out and filmed a lot of houses. And every single project that we went to that were new builds, you know, in gated communities, we always asked the developer, are you willing to do the 30-year land lease? In other words, the foreigner can own the house in their name, but they can't own the land around the house. The land the house is sitting on, yes, because it's considered part of the foundation. All right. The land around the house, in other words, your walk from the gate to the front door, is not yours. Okay. And like I said, I asked. I didn't care what Sean thought. I asked every single one. And if you speak to him, I'm sure he'll tell you the same thing. Are you willing to do the 30-year land lease so foreigners can buy this house legally and then lease the land? You know, and after 30 years, they can sign up to renew it for another 30 years and another 30 years, up to two times renewing it for a total of 90 years. That is the legal way.
Yeah, I beg to differ on that, but go ahead.
Beg to differ. No, you can't just say that. Just elaborate.
So there was a case in Phuket with that 30-year leases,
Mhm.
and the guy had done everything legit. I think it was a 13
I
million.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Supreme Court of Thailand threw out
Yeah.
the last 30-year leases, stating it can only be for 30.
Yes.
Now,
But it can't be renewed for a further 30 and a further 30. However, the owner of the land didn't want to renew the lease after the first 30, and he was fighting it in court, and he lost it because it has to be negotiated every 30 years.
yeah, and there would be no stipulated value, so you're going to lose it after 30. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people want the 90-year land lease, 99-year land lease to come into law.
Yeah, which currently it's not, so I wouldn't bank on that.
It's not law right now,
Yeah.
even though the new government that's currently in place that won the general election, they put it on the back burner on hold for now. All right. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means that it's on hold for now. There's other issues that they want to deal with, and we'll go into some of them on today's live stream, folks, on what's happening with the new government here in Thailand. But of all the properties that I went around, there was only 2 that was willing to do the 30-year land lease. Only 2. They didn't even know about it. I had to tell them what it was. And it's very prominent in Hua Hin. If you are traveling in Thailand and you go down the major road heading from Bangkok to Hua Hin, when you get like 10 kilometers outside of Hua Hin, you'll see billboards all over the place. And we saw them when we did our trip down to Ao Nang. And the billboards were saying, we do the 30-year land lease. Buy from us, we'll do the 30-year land lease with you.
Now, are they in that? I do believe everything I've researched on that. The 30 years legit. You're absolutely right on that. Obviously, get a good lawyer to draw that up. But are you having to pay in full up front for the 30-year, or is it a monthly payment, or I guess it's whatever you negotiate, is it?
Correct.
Okay.
It's what you negotiate. It's how you come up with a deal.
Yeah.
Most
of them probably want the money up front, I would think.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know is the answer. I've never done the 30-year land lease. I'm not going to pretend that I've done it, or I know anybody that's done it. I don't. But I know that is the legal route to do it. And I know Hua Hin is offering it.
Yeah.
Or Hua Hin, however you want to pronounce the town over the other side of the bay here. Now, going back to the developers I dealt with in Thailand, in Chonburi area, every single one of them told me, we can set you up a dummy company. Bar 2.
Yep.
And I told them, do you know that's illegal?
Which is correct.
Do you know they're repossessing foreigners' homes in Phuket like crazy right now? And they looked at me with a dumbfounded face. What?
You know that?
It's illegal? No, I didn't know it's illegal. Yes, it is.
They know it's illegal. They're just playing dumb.
Well, that's what they told me. I can only report what they told me. Now, probably no developer's ever going to want to work with me today. Again, today after this live stream, they're going to like, hey, on Cooper, you're putting us in a bad light. I'm not. I'm just telling the truth, folks. If a developer, if you want to buy a home in Thailand and you're looking at properties, and a developer turns around and says, oh, we can set up a company for you, and you can own the property outright, the house and the land, walk away. As a matter of fact, don't walk, run. Because this government that we have in place right now has vowed to take back every single one that has done that. And I know several that have. I'm not going to put their names out, That's their own personal business, but they need to be careful. Now, for those that have a Thai wife, yes, they can buy the house, have the house in their name as protection, and the land in their wife's name, and be happy. Yeah, she can't sell the house, you can't sell the land. Guess what? You're both protected.
I might still do that 30-year lease with the wife, just in case she could
Or
be.
the 30-year land lease. Yeah,
Yeah, just in case.
if they're offering it in your area. But I found not a lot of areas are offering it or even know about it. When I asked them, every single one of the developers, are you willing to do the 30-year land lease? They didn't even know anything about it.
Yeah.
What is this 30-year land lease? Sean and I would sit down for 30 minutes, an hour, explaining it to them. Oh, okay. Well, let me get back to the owners of the development, and I'll get back to you. And every single one got back to Sean, most of them, I would say, and they all turned around and said, no, but we'll set up a company for you. So they would rather break the law than do the 30-year land lease, is what I learned. And I'm speaking 100% from experience, folks. And my job on this channel is to report the truth and to protect our subscribers. And that this is a hard subject to talk about. I've gone in my head 100,000 times. Should I make this live stream?
Well,
could I get in trouble? Well, can I get in trouble? No, because I'm not naming any particular one. But I'm just saying it is done here. Okay. So I'm not naming anyone, and I'm not naming the couple that said they would do the 30-year land lease, because that singles all the rest out that didn't, and I could get in trouble for that, for defamation. So I have to tread a very fine line here, folks. But I can say honestly, of the 400 properties we filmed, probably 100 of them were houses. Of those houses, probably 95 said, no, we won't do the 30-year land lease, but we will set you up a company. And that's the bottom line.
Can I add my 2 cents?
Go for it.
Okay. So my research along the same line is that the government has really made a decision, a conscious decision, to crack down on these dummy corporations. Mm-hmm. So the intent of the law has always been, and I think is going to be maintained as, foreigners cannot own the land. You know, discussions other than that, now the will of the people and the will of the government is, hey, no. And what's happened over the years, and it's been, you're absolutely right, like these dummy corporations have been expanding tremendously over the last 15 years, say, as the way to circumvent the law. Mm-hmm. And what I heard on a video was that 26,000 corporations have been closed, mandatorily closed by the government. Yes. Now, whether the properties were sold or, you know, it didn't go into that, there is seizures. I think if they can prove it's, you know, illicit funds or something, yeah. But, you know, you don't want to get into that can of worms. Now, apparently starting January 1st, these corporations, where they were dummy corporations, let's say, nominal ties as the 51%, the government's saying, well, that's fine. Who are these people? Where did they get the funds? Exactly, to buy the other 51%. Well, yeah, to put their share in. And they better have a net worth to support that. Yeah. In other words, they've got to have the funds, I think they said, for 3 months in their bank account prior to the purchase. Yeah. So that's going to put an end to all these fake
And they're
companies.
finding out they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's it. Or they will. Yeah, I think it was effective January 1st. But anyways, to make a long story short, and believe it or not, the big thing apparently helping this, Coop, is AI. AI now, the government's getting into using that to help them say, hey, where are these corporations that have done all this? Yeah. And so, you know, you could be getting a knock on the door. So what's the solution? This does not affect condominiums, as you mentioned. So yeah, if you want to buy property, maybe the condo is the way to go. The 49% foreign quota is strictly legal. Obviously, get good lawyers to do any of these transactions. But as far as home ownership with a house, there's very, very few exceptions. One of them being, as Coop mentioned, have a Thai wife, put the land in her name, and then you can, probably have the house in your name. You hope the marriage works, type of thing. But yeah, other than that, I don't personally recommend buying that house here in Thailand. I do say, fine, see if you can lease the home of your dreams and maybe lock it up for, 5-10 years, whatever, and then do it that way. But yeah, it's where you had hope in the past, as Coop said, and I was with you on some of those where they would say right in front of you, oh, we can do a corporation. No, we'll look after everything for you.
Exactly.
Well, they're going to say anything to get the deal and get their commission. I think it's 10% in a lot of cases. So,
oh, yeah. It's big money.
Yeah. So why would they not say that? And even some of the lawyers that were doing, you can't sue these rascals after the fact. The government comes in and says, no, that's illegal. Bingo. We're seizing it. So what? Good luck trying to sue the lawyer on that deal. So yeah, you want to probably stay away from that. Yep. Anyways, that's all I got to say on that.
And it's disheartening for those that have fallen for the trap. It really is,
Hey, buyer beware. You should have known the laws going into it.
Right.
So
I agree. But I can't fault the staff because maybe they were told this is a legal loophole.
Sure.
Promote it. And they believed it because everyone I spoke to, and most of them were females, Thai women.
Yeah.
With a good English knowledge. They could speak good
But not
English.
lawyers.
Not lawyers.
No.
And when I said to them, that is illegal, and told them what's happening in Phuket, every single one of them looked shocked, genuinely shocked, Brooke.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew they were breaking the law.
Probably didn't.
And they were like, wow, really? Is this really happening? I've not heard about this. And I would say, go back to the developer, contact your boss, your manager, see if they can do the 30-year land lease. Let's do it the right way. I'll help you sell a lot of these homes. I don't want no commission, but I know a lot of subscribers that would like their own home. Do it the way Wahin's doing it, the legal way. And you'll have a lot more foreigners wanting to move into these beautiful homes because they are beautiful. And comparison in price to the West, they're 25%, Brooke.
That's what the attraction is.
That's the attraction.
Yeah.
The beauty, the amazing gated communities, amazing clubhouses, swimming pools, all that. I'm sure there's people that are watching this channel right now that own their own home in the West, would love to sell it and buy another house over here. But the only way you can legally do it, folks, is one, if you're married to a Thai and she has the land in her name and you have the house in yours, so it protects both of you. If the relationship breaks down, you are protected to an extent. Or the 30-year land lease. But like I said, 95% of the developers here that are building housing estates do not want to touch the 30-year land lease. Don't know why. They never gave a reason. I never met them face to face. Their staff would contact them and come back and say, no, my boss said no.
Yeah.
And that's the furthest I can get for an answer on it. And again, I have to report the truth on the channel.
Yeah, they're looking for a quick sale, get the money,
Yes. But I can't blame the agents. At the end of the day, they're just there to show the home, the model home, and take any orders for somebody that wants to buy.
Sure. Yep.
And they're only repeating what they've been told. And if I was to hazard a guess, I would say 85% of those, 80 to 85% of those women that I spoke to at these developments honestly didn't know Brooke. I can tell a surprised look on my face when I see it. and somebody that was just pulling the wool over my eyes. You know, I've been around for 56 years on the planet. I can sort of tell that, you know, in my time on this world. And they looked genuinely shocked when I told them the hard truth of what's going on and how illegal it really is.
They're known as order takers. There's nothing wrong with order takers.
Yeah.
As long as they're not masquerading as salespeople. Okay.
And also this pertains to condos too. Okay. 49% can be owned by foreigners. Okay. There's a 4951 law in Thailand. It's been here for a lot of years, folks.
You're talking what? Corporations or condos?
I'm talking condos.
Yeah.
Okay. 49% of condos can be sold to foreigners. 51% has to be owned by Thais. They were looking at changing it to 70%, 30%. Never happened.
I don't think it's going to happen. No.
I would love for it to, but it didn't happen at the time. Maybe this government can push it through. I don't know.
The developers that I spoke to are all would love it, but they're realistic, and they said, "But Brooke, it ain't going to happen." You know what I mean? The developers would win big time because they. And the funny thing, you know, you learn with these. Why are there so many condos going up? Okay, I mean everywhere. My God, you know it. I know it. Anyone here that's driving around shaking their head, my God, look at all the construction. They're getting their whole costs out of these projects with the 49%. They don't really care about the 51 that's Thai owned. The project's paid for out of the foreigners buying the 49. And they usually, you know, can sell them out, you know, within a reasonably short period of time. So, yeah. Now, the other thing I learned in the research, Coop, it's not the total number of units; it's the square footage of the whole project. Only 49% of the total square footage.
Okay.
So you know you couldn't have 10 penthouse condos for foreigners and 11 small dinky ones for the Thais.
Right.
No, that ain't gonna cut it. So.
It's based on square footage?
It's based on square
footage.
Yeah, which I didn't know. I thought, oh, well, there's 5,000 units. Okay, 49% can be, but no, it's a square footage, Jay, which does make sense when you think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah, if you're buying a condo, check, you know, obviously get a lawyer involved and make sure it falls within the 49% rule.
Yeah. Now, what happened last year, why the 70% one didn't get passed for 70% foreign ownership in condos, was there was this MP. Now, he went on Thai TV, so I can talk about it. It's not a slander. He went on Thai TV and he said, there is no condo project that has ever sold all 49% to foreigners.
Wow.
So there's no need for us to raise it to 70. And that's what he went on TV and said. Okay.
Well, if that's true, that's interesting.
No, this is what he said.
Yeah.
I proved him wrong in about 2 minutes. Sean and I went to go film a new development. Okay. It's called the Riviera. What is it? The Riviera, California, or Beverly Hills, or one of them. And we went there to film the showroom. Every single unit available for on the 49% for foreigners had sold out before they even laid the first brick.
Yeah, that's more like it. What I would
before they even laid the first brick. And I had the camera in my hand, and I'm standing out front like this, filming this. And I said, now, to that Thai Thai minister in government that says that nobody's ever bought 49%. Here's one before even bricks have been laid. And by the way, I can show you another 50.
Sure.
That's not true. We need to move to 70%. And I put that in the video. I'm surprised I never had me come back.
Well,
he didn't reach out and contact me.
Obviously,
Yeah.
the minister that spoke in the parliament was, you know, not wanting a higher rate. So, you know, maybe he's pro Thai ownership, obviously, which he is, and God bless him for that. So
I can name 10 condominium projects here in Thailand that have been up for years,
Yeah.
and you can't buy in there for love or money. And all the 49% for foreign quota is sold out.
he misspoke.
Yeah, I can name 10 off the top of my head right now. I'm not going to. I'm not going to get anybody in trouble, but I can name 10 of them.
Mm.
And that Riviera new building, they're building 4 more, Brooke.
Yeah.
And they are already sold out too. And they haven't even finished completing the latest one. That's not till the end of this year.
Well, I'm in Dusset. I love it there.
Mm-hmm.
And they got number 1 across from us.
Yeah.
They have number 2, which I'm in. They're up to number 6 now. I mean, they're spread out throughout the city and the area, but the big get bigger, and they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? I like it at Dusset too. I got no issues there, and anybody coming over, take a look at that. So, but
Right.
look, my point is, you're going to have so much choice when you do arrive here. Don't fret, don't panic. And Coop's even mentioned this many times. We both have. Rent for the first 6 months or year. Get your feet wet. Make sure Thailand's for you. You never know. You might come over as a single guy, and within a year have a lady with you. Well, then maybe that's a different situation you want to put yourself into versus coming here and immediately jumping something long term. So, yeah. The advice to rent first is good.
Yeah. And just going on a little bit more before we get into Thai news of what's happening in regards to these condos that have already sold out and are already up and running, and you can't buy for love or money. Foreigners are going in there and they're buying under company name, the Thai 51%.
I'd be leery about that.
And they're promoting it too. It's not just the houses,
Sure they are.
folks. I got to tell the truth on the channel. Again, I always promised I would. I'd never sugarcoat anything or lie to you. There are condominium projects out there that Sean and I have both seen that have said, we don't have any for sale under foreign quota, but we can set up a company for you to buy the unit that you like.
A Thai, it's in the Thai portion of the 51%.
And people have done it.
Yeah.
I know of several condos that have been on the market now for years, and they are amazing condos, and I wouldn't put it on my channel. And the reason I wouldn't is because it was a foreigner that had bought under Thai name,
Thai corporation.
and was trying to sell it.
Good luck.
And they were begging me, please, I've been trying to sell this for years. Put it on your channel, Coop. I said, I'm not getting involved in this. No way. I could get sued.
One of the attractions you find out when you're here, you've got 2 units, identical units. One's foreign quota, one's 51 Thai quota. Same building, maybe same floor, maybe side by side, 2 identical. The Thai price is way cheaper than the foreign price.
Yeah, because they're trying to get Thais to buy the condos.
So it's a 2-price system, and good luck trying to work your price down if you're a foreigner. Ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Thais normally get like a 6 to 8% discount compared to what the foreigners pay for the house, for the condo. Yeah. And that's to entice them to buy, but Thais don't want to buy condos. Why? Home. They'd rather own a home.
Sure.
And I can't blame them at all. Right. Enough of that. Let's get on to the news of what's happening with the Thai government right now. And then we'll get into the chat, folks. So bear with us. 2 minutes only. The election that just happened 2 weeks ago. They're finding a lot of discrepancies. One of the biggest discrepancies they found in the election was barcodes and QR codes on the ballot sheets. Big, huge no-no in Thailand.
Really?
It is illegal as hell.
Oh.
Because they are able, with that barcode and QR code, to trace exactly who voted and who they voted for. Well, your vote is supposed to be only for you to know who you vote for. You go there, you show your ID, you're a Thai citizen, you have the right to vote. They shouldn't know who you voted for. It's supposed to be a secret ballot. Yeah. And there is a Thai lawyer right now that's planning on taking this to court, and they are demanding a re-election because they can tell who voted for what party or what particular person to be prime minister or which local member of parliament, which person for government. You know, the ballot's got a lot of choices on there. There's a high probability the courts will agree
Is
that
this
that
on
was
one
illegal.
seat or
All over Thailand,
the whole country?
the whole
I
country,
see.
all over Thailand, they found this.
I don't see that happening.
Also, they found pickup trucks with lots of ballots in unsecured boxes, never been counted. Because once the ballots are counted and they're put in a box, they're secured.
Mm.
Yeah. In case somebody wants to do an audit, they can see that, okay, these batch have been counted, they're secured, they have the security label on there, they haven't been tampered with. If the vote was, say, 2,000 for one party and then 2,002 for another party, and it was extremely close, you can ask for a recount.
Mm.
But those boxes have got to be tamper-proof and shown with the government seal on there and all that. None of them had them. So a lot of Thais are up in arms right now and don't know whether it's going to get through or because the other side's already conceded.
Much to do about nothing.
So they may just say, let it go. But this lawyer who's fighting for the barcodes and the QR codes, he's actually got a case. He's got a huge case and he's got a lot of support.
Well, we'll see what happens.
So this government may have to call another election in the very near term. Let's watch out for that one.
I would think that's not likely at all.
Wait and see.
What I did hear,
I'm not going to say either way.
Well,
I just report the news.
Yeah, obviously anything can happen, but there is one seat that is going to go to another election.
Okay,
So,
what's that?
Well, it's north of here, south of Bangkok, I believe. Maybe it was north of Bangkok. I didn't get into the reasons why. It just was stated in the news that there will be government mandated election, a second one, obviously, just in that one seat. So who knows? We'll see what happens. But I mean, listen, it's Thailand. Guys were getting 500 baht in envelopes after they come out of the voting booth. You know what I mean? Like, so not that you'd see that anywhere in the West, of course, but
no comment.
Yeah. So hey, it's we're still in the land of smiles. Life goes on. Weather's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's nice here.
Right. Let's get started with the show.
What a sale. Hello, CBD and all the gang. Looking forward to a great show. This is Robert from Texas.
Hello, Robert.
Nomad Jack and the lovely Pinky. Good morning, Coop and the gang. Have a great show and go Texas.
Hello, Jack and Pinky.
Michael Villa. Hey, guys. Good evening from the US of A, home of the hockey gold.
Yeah, USA beat Canada.
Lucky. We were robbed. Jesus. Good
Michael
game.
Villa says Thailand needs more laws to protect foreigners. Well, the laws are there. It's just people not abiding the laws and circumventing the laws, Michael. You have it all over the country. You know, people try and get away with anything they can. You know, I've seen people try and get away without paying 10 baht on a baht bus.
Yeah.
You know, and get off the baht bus and run down the road because they didn't want to pay the 10 baht.
Yeah.
So I've actually seen that in the 3 years that we've been in the area. You know, why? 10 baht, what's that? 30 cents US.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
No, I think there's enough laws here. Farangs are fine.
Mm.
You know, it's up to us to know the law. And, you know, we have to be responsible for our own decisions. These guys, I think it's relating to this corporations and land, maybe Mike's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You get into those schemes, you're circumventing laws that have been in place here for eons. So, you know, you'll suffer accordingly if you do that. So,
Yeah.
No one to blame but yourself.
Exactly.
Scott Marites from Pennsylvania. Morning, evening, CBD and gang. Excellent gold medal hockey game.
Agreed.
Every American will say that. Every Canadian will be in tears.
We still love you.
I know.
But we got to have our moment.
Michael Vila, I told you guys the dragon always smiles before he eats you. Somebody's calling you.
Yeah. He's going to have to wait. That's my buddy James.
Roger Walker, good morning, good evening, Cooper, Brooke, and everyone. Hit that thumbs up, make Darlena smile.
Yes, please. It's free. Thank you, Roger, and everybody that has the badge next to their name. Help to support the channel for only $2 a month. Much appreciated.
Bad Rongo, good morning from Pratamac.
And good morning, Rongo.
Close to us. Malcolm Hawkins, there he is. Good day, boys.
Good day.
Malcolm. Gold Diet Thai. What? Good morning from Hua Hin, Thailand.
Good morning, Goldie Chai.
Goldie Thai. Okay, got it. 808 Bear. Hello, everyone. Hopefully be in Pattaya in April for a meetup.
Thai New Year.
Speaking of meetup, we got the meet and greet tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yes. Fraser's, 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Be there. Don't be
Fraser's
square.
Sports Bar.
We'll have fun. It's always a good time. What's up? Hello, everyone.
Hello, what's up?
Michael Vila, envy you guys waiting for 20 inches of snow here.
Now you can have it. we don't miss it.
Jesus. W Secrets to Success. Okay. Hello, gents. Are you guys still doing the Route 66 breakfast group meetup?
No, we changed it. We're doing the Monday meetups now at Clubhouse on Jumpton Beach Road. So just after this live stream, we'll be heading over there.
Route 66 was good, guys, but quite a distance away for most of us. Most of us don't live on the dark side. So we were having to commute over there. We're here,
But it's got great coffee.
And, I think
the food is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Like everything was great there. It's just too bad it's that far away. But we actually get more people at the clubhouse now.
Yeah.
Because it is closer. Guys can walk there for heaven's sakes.
We'll probably go back there once in a while.
Yeah, once in a blue
because the food is fantastic.
Taco House. We got to get back there sometime. T. Meyer, USA Hockey. Congrats. Great job, Canada, as well. Well, that's nice of them. They need to move the Frank quota above 50%. Thanks for the show.
And that's what I've said. I proved that minister wrong inside of 2 minutes. There are developments going up in the area that are sold out before the first brick is ever laid. And these are reputable ones. Ones that have a track record and history of building condos for 20 years in Thailand. Ones that are so big they ain't going bust. It ain't some mom and pop that just started up a building company last week and is going to take your money and run away with it. No, we're talking about the Copacabanas of the area. We're talking about the Rivieras of the area. We're talking about the Arams of the area, the Dussets of the area. These are huge, multi-billion baht companies.
Yeah.
They're not running away with your money. They're here for the long term.
True.
They want to build.
Yep.
Because they're selling out before they even lay the first brick.
I think it would, personally, I think it would be great to have free enterprise for Thailand. You'd create jobs. You'd have more construction going on. Obviously, you'd have a bigger influx of money coming in. Increasing the quota I'm talking about. But I don't think that it'll ever happen because the will of the people. See, one thing that does happen if they ever did that, you'd see land prices start to jump.
Yeah.
Who knows how much? Well, that jumps not only for the developers, that jumps for every Thai. You know what I mean? Sure, increase in house prices possibly, but the land prices, maybe it prices them out. So I don't think you'll ever see that happen because I don't think the will of the people. And it's too easy for a Thai politician to get elected. Hey, he wants to increase the quota. Let the foreigners own the land. I don't want to. Leave it at 49. He'll get the votes. That's my view.
Yeah.
I think the average Thai is pro-Thailand. So
exactly.
As they should be.
Yeah. But I think they do need to raise the 49% for condos. Because I've met a lot of good developers, folks, and I have to report this too. Joe is fantastic. I love Joe to bits.
Just at Grand Park 2.
Yeah, from the Dusset Group. He would love to sell more to foreigners, but they're sold out. There's nothing he can do. His hands are tied under Thai law. He would love to sell an additional 20% to foreigners. And it would help the foreigners too. The existing ones that own the 49%. Why would it help them? Because their community fees would go down.
True.
They're paying double what they should because the other 51% will never sell.
That's it.
And I've been in condo buildings here, folks, that are over 10, 20 years old. Half the units empty. Nobody's ever set foot inside the door since it was built because they can't sell it. All the foreign quotas sold out. The Thai quota is left empty. And I've said to them, instead of leaving it sit empty, why don't you rent it out? Oh, no, no, no. We don't want to do that. You'd be making an income. No, no, no. We don't want to do that. Okay, fine. You know, but Joe, he listened to me and he said, okay, Coop, we'll rent out a large portion of the 51%. And I filled it up with expats. Over 70 of our subscribers are living there because everything's right on your doorstep. Everything that you want is right there.
Yeah, and like a 5-star unit, just the Grand Park 2 we're talking about, just that one's a little older and they're building, you know, the next one down the road from us. Like it's, you can drive by it. It's almost completed. He's still got units available, he said, which is good. And the prices are crazily affordable. You know, so take a look. What a sale. Do they have a lot of problems with substandard building of these homes and condos?
Some are. There was some that have used substandard materials. That happens, you know, everywhere in the world. You know, people try and build anything they can as cheaply as they can. But what I always say to people that are looking, for example, my house. I live in a 3-bedroom pool villa, a block away from the beach in Jomtien. No secret, we made a video, put it on the channel, showed you our house. This house is 17 years old.
Good shape.
When I made a video, there was a few comments. Wow, that house needs a renovation, Coop. It looks old. You know what? That's why I'm renting it, because it looks old. I can walk around here and I can see nothing wrong. The gutters look brand new. The tiles on the roof are still there, not falling off.
Yeah.
There's no cracks or big foundation movement on the house. It was built properly. To me, it's a no-brainer. There's houses that I've been to and seen developments 2 years old, and they need a lot of renovation already.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, you need to have a keen eye. I'd rather buy an older property and renovate that than buy a new property. Because I want to know, is that wall going to fall down next year? You know, is my ceiling going to collapse? You know, are tiles falling off the roof going to hit my car or our kids? You know, these are important things to me. You know, how's the sewage system? You know, how's the drain pipes? You know, all this. Is there rust all over the place? These are things that I look for. And I'm sure you guys too. But yeah, there are some. But I would say on a percentage wise, maybe 20%.
The rule of thumb that I've found here over the 3 years is the older the condos, let's talk, the typically bigger the rooms are, the bigger the square footage is for the same dollar value, and the better quality construction, it seems. The newer ones, in other words, ones that have gone up very recently, typically are a lot smaller in size. And I'm not, you know, the best at with my hands, but people that I trust who are, Brooke, the materials aren't as good. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. You know what I mean? He's pointing out rust on this and, you know, little cracks here and there. So, but yeah. So anyways, you know, you can get these homeowner inspection guys here. So yeah, you might want to employ them. But again, rent guys, come here, lease rent for the first 6 months or a year. even if you are looking at buying, because hey, maybe rent in that unit. What happens here? I don't see prices going up dramatically. In 3 years, I don't think I'd say anything's gone up here, price wise. So there's your investment making nothing. Why not rent? Keep your money invested in the West and see, hey, where do I want to be? What type of unit do I want to be in? And how would I set it up and to own it? So
yeah. Now I got to be honest. The Rivieras and the Copacabanas here are built to a very high standard. I filmed every single one for the channel, and some of these buildings are 5-7 years old. I could see nothing wrong, and I have a keen eye. I look for this sort of thing.
Yeah.
People would say, why are you showing me the underside of the sink in the kitchen or the bathroom? Because that's the first place you're going to see rust. And I'm looking for this, and I'm putting it on video. I'm not hiding anything, folks.
Yeah.
When I make a video of a property, I show it all to you. I open all the cupboards. I want to see if there's any mildew. I want to see if there's any rust. I want to see if there's any cracking. And then I'll put it on the channel. When I'm satisfied it looks good.
I know people that have come that have bought in these locations within the first month. Their obviously plan was to do that. I know other people that have rented in those units and maybe decided, no, that's not for them. And the one story in particular, Coop, was everything was great until, because he was leasing initially, right? I think he had a 1 year looking to buy at the end, possibly. Well, he found out during high season that the elevators, it was taking way too long, because high season, a lot of the kids, a lot of the foreigners tying up the elevators, pressing all the like, oh my God. So
you're talking about Copacabana.
I think that might have been it.
Yeah. And you know what? They were the first condo development here in the area to put in facial recognition. Stopped it overnight. And now a lot of them are doing it. It's even done it. Facial recognition. And it stops the hotel, you people using it as a hotel.
Yeah. So the point is, rent.
Yeah.
Because you'll see these 4 seasons, let's say, of issues should they arise, and are they addressed, and does that satisfy what you're looking for? So bingo.
Yeah.
808 Bear, I will be retiring in Cambodia. Wow, because Thailand is too bureaucratic.
Okay.
Maybe I can set up a Cooper's Thai community in Kampot. People are interested. Well,
good luck.
Good luck to that.
Yeah, and do it. Start up a community.
I think you'll see bureaucracy in any place you go, guys. Watch out. Yeah. And one thing here, I mean, I haven't been to Cambodia, but what I've seen of it and videos I've watched, I don't think they have as good an infrastructure nor healthcare. Those, as you get older, those are, well, healthcare especially, a big impetus as to where you should be.
Yeah. But I hear it's a beautiful place.
What's up? After hearing the news, Brooke always says rent, rent, rent. Question, you are talking about only homes, not condo?
No, we're talking about both.
Well, you can buy a condo a lot easier here than a home. So definitely, if you're looking to buy, I'd say, and you have to, well, buy a condo. Don't forget about buying a house. Good luck if you want to buy a house, how you're ever going to get it set up properly. If you have a Thai wife, that's definitely going to be a benefit. Hopefully not an ex-wife down the road. So
yeah. And if you're going to buy a condo here, there's 2 questions you need to be asking. 1, is it in foreign quota?
Yep.
If they say no, walk away.
Yep.
If they say yes, it's in foreign quota, they can show you the deed that it's actually allowed to be sold to a foreigner. You're good to go. Second question you want to be asking, is it leasehold or freehold? Because I know which one I'd be looking at buying and which one I wouldn't. Again, you need to ask these questions, folks.
And get a good lawyer from a big firm that's been established for multiple years, not a one-man shop, let's say, who's recently in the business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Doty and Little Mike, good morning, CBD. If I stay at Dusset on my vacay, will I have issues getting in if I arrive during nighttime?
Yes. You might as well stay in a hotel because the juristic office is going to be closed.
But that's standard, Mike, in any building. So, yeah.
So you're not going to be able to get your face on the facial recognition, and therefore you're not going to be able to get into your condo. So if you're going to be arriving at nighttime, stay the night in Bangkok in a hotel.
Now,
or in the area here.
You could
plan for that.
The workaround might be if you're renting from, let's say, a landlord. Quite often they'll say, fine, I'll leave the key to the unit in the mailbox, right? Which you don't need a key to get in. And they'd know you're coming, what time you're coming. You'd have to buzz somebody to let you in or meet you there at the door. You know, yeah, a lot of things can go wrong. You're better, as Coop says, come during the daytime and meet somebody, and then they'll show you the ropes.
Get put on the facial recognition.
Yeah, you can do that right away.
Yeah, because you can't even get the elevator from the basement.
No.
Without the facial recognition.
Yeah, which is good. It protects you.
Yeah.
W Secrets to Success. This type of example is exactly why I most likely would never buy property, condos, or single-family homes overseas. Too many political things can change based on the local laws.
Yeah.
I would say
it needs to be changed. The laws need to be changed. I agree with the government cracking down on this. I 100% support them and what they're doing.
It's always been the law. Let's, just so that's straight. But the law was being circumvented with fake names, fake Thai names, agents, as Coop said earlier. When you're on 200 different corporations, there's something a little fishy about that. Where did you get the money to invest in all these corporations?
And that's why they're using, like you said, AI. AI is helping them track it down.
Yeah.
They're going, okay, you got Ning, you got Pong listed as the two Thai nominees for this company property. Let's do a search for Ning and Pong. They do a search.
Yeah.
Hang on, they're listed on 47 properties in the
Bingo.
area.
Red flag. Yeah.
Well, let's see how much money they got in their bank. Are they a big corporation? What are they? Well, hang on, they only got $3,000 in their bank account.
Ain't gonna fly.
Something's fishy going on here.
I would
investigate,
guys. I would say if you really want to own something, look at the 49% condo ownership, because that's simple, straightforward, legal. It's not going to be challenged. There's not going to be laws overturning that. It's the issue is with trying to get I was in the country the other day. I saw a beautiful house built. It was gated on a settled piece of land. Oh yeah. Good luck trying to buy those and have now maybe lease it for 30 years. That might be your way, but there like 26,000 of these corporations I heard, Coop, were closed.
Yeah.
So
they're not playing.
They're not playing around.
No.
And that to me says, and that they figure that's the tip of the bucket, tip of the spear, we call it. Like, so there's got to be just literally tens of thousands of other ones. Whoa, look out.
Yeah.
Dodi Yen says, there seems to be a big concern about air pollution in Thailand, but it does not seem to be a big concern in the Pattaya Jomtien area. You guys often wear masks.
I've never wore one here.
No.
Not in my 3 years here. No, not in Jomtien Pattaya area.
I think that's more Bangkok, maybe possibly
Bangkok
north.
and north.
Yeah, and burning season is a lot to do. Now, Bangkok's a big city. You'll get smog there even, 12 months of the year possibly. But we don't see it here. We live kind of, some mornings, maybe you see it, I see it. Oh, there's a bit of smog out there. I thought it was fog, but it turned out it was the burning season, which is only, a couple months a year, guys. But it dissipates quickly, and I don't have an issue. I've never worn a mask like
no. I have seen it over the ocean where it looks hazy, and that's the burning season. But over here, no.
We seem to be kind of in a beautiful area. We don't get the big storms, the big monsoons. We don't get the typhoon ever. And I don't know. We kind of
Yeah.
an ideal situation, location. Terry Fallon, good morning, good evening. Coop, Brooke, and Darlene, and hello all in the chat. Great to see you all.
And great to have you with us, Terry. And say hello to your wife for us.
My Thai Paradise, Kim, there he is. Good morning, CBD and gang. Thank you for all the info you provide. Love you all, gang. Have a good breakfast.
And thank you. Yeah, after the live stream, we got about another 30 minutes, and then we'll be heading out.
Sure.
So we're going to rush through the questions now.
Ricardo, good day, everyone. Looking forward to retirement in the land of smiles. Renting is fine with me. Sure.
Yeah.
Vegas Chris, I am not sure, but there are still condo builders that will include a retirement visa or other visas if you purchase a condo from them.
Yeah, it's called the elite visa. Some of them still offer it. The elite visas that they have are for limited amounts of time. It's 10, 20-year elite visa. But the thing is, when you buy one of those that are still advertising it, because they bought the elite visas, so that is incorporated in the price of the condo. If you buy one of those units, well, the elite visa stopped 2 years ago. So you're actually going to have 18 or 8 years left if it's a 10 or a 20 on that elite visa. So just be aware that you're not getting the full 20 or the full 10. You're now getting 8 or 20 or 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything like that, I'd be very leery. Talk to Singh, he'll tell you. Robert Pierpont, the 30-year land lease is next to nothing, and it's a one-time payment. Bingo. Maybe up front. There you go. It's more legal rather than for profit. I know someone, and they paid $100 plus legal fees for their 30-year land lease.
Okay. Yeah, they got a great offer then, in my opinion. If they only paid $100 for 30 years,
yeah.
I mean, that's what, 10 cents a day? You know,
Yeah,
less than 10 cents a day. You know, or it's a crazy
I don't know
cheap.
why it would be so cheap.
Yeah.
However, maybe there was no building and they were putting a building up. Well, then that's what he's going to take his payment in 30 years, maybe. Hard to say.
But what I do notice that what they're doing with the land lease is they're selling you the value of the house and the land together. And
Sure.
then they're just holding the title of the land for 30 years and you just pay a nominal fee. And if you sell it to a Thai, they get both titles.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're getting that put in the contract.
Mike Doty and Little Mike, I think Sean said you can set up a company and own it outright.
You
Yeah,
can
right.
if
Forget
you
it.
do it legally.
How are you going to do that?
Open a restaurant. You just set up a company.
Okay.
Open a car wash. You just set up a company, Thai. But you've got to register. It's got to be 100% legal. And you have to have the right visa. You cannot do it on a retirement visa. You'd have to have a business visa then.
You'd have to have 51% Thai ownership.
Yes.
They would have to prove where they got the funds to invest in the car
And
shop.
they have to come up with the other 51%.
Yeah.
Not you buy it all.
Good luck with that.
Exactly. With the Thais with 51% to pay for the other bit. No.
Yeah, I think Sean
But that's the
was
letter of the law.
talking the old school. David Lowe checking in from Suvarnabhumi Airport. Wow.
Okay.
Heading to see Vietnam. Be back in a few weeks. All right, Davey. Great information, live streams. Click the like button. Makes everyone smile.
Enjoy your
He
trip.
likes to travel. Yeah.
Yeah, take care, David.
He was on our bike ride the other
Last Thursday.
Yeah. Terry Fallon, if we retired in Thailand, I would think renting would be the way to go. To me, it is.
Yeah,
There's lots more out there if you want to change locations. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, for sure, guys.
Unless they go to a 99-year land lease, I'm not buying. I'll stay renting this property where now it's a beautiful home.
Well, you want a home. I'm okay with a condo. I might buy someday.
Yeah.
If there was a property crash here, which sometimes I think, well, shit, maybe there will be, you know, with the amount they're building. And, you know, hey, like Diana, a lot of debt in Thailand too, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if there was so dry powder, when the crash happens, you might pick up a nice waterfront condo, big, in one of the premium buildings, maybe on the cheap.
Yeah.
Until then, no, I'll rent. What a sale. I would rent and possibly move around a bit once I get immersed in Thailand. Good idea. No reason to buy unless things really change once there. Bingo.
Yeah. Agreed.
Jenny Mark, what about condos? I know the land says Thai, but you pay a fee for maintenance to keep it nice and safe.
Well, yeah, everybody
condos
does.
the way to go.
The only people that don't pay that fee is the tenants.
Hmm.
The landlord is responsible for the monthly dues.
Yeah.
Not you. As the tenant, you just pay your rent and your electric, your water, the parking, the maintenance, is all included.
Yeah.
You don't pay anything on top of that for parking.
I mean, everything will filter down to a renter or an owner, you know, every cost, guys, that are in there. But like starting with the electric is cheap here. So that's a expense covered. Your water's cheap here. Your maintenance fees in the buildings are very reasonable. And why is that? Well, they can hire labor so cheap here. You know, it's not like the West where you got to pay 30, 40 bucks an hour more for a plumber. Here, I mean, I had a plumber come up to, it was like a 100 baht tip I gave the guy. You know what I mean? Like nothing. So it's inexpensive here.
Yeah.
808 Bear, the concern is that Thais can no longer afford a home because of foreign money. If they were to raise it, the ownership, or maybe go to these extended leases, God forbid ever foreigners own land, yeah, you'd see prices go through the roof and the Thais couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
Ernie Jones, good morning, CBD and gang. I will see everyone for breakfast at the clubhouse.
Okay, Ernie.
Hopefully Robert Nutt will be there with his Texas humor. I researched this topic, says W Secrets, of property buying in Thailand and other countries, and we as foreigners are always at a disadvantage, no matter how the paperwork is written, lease, deed of ownership, etc. Correctamundo.
Why are we at a disadvantage?
Well, for example, with
when you're leasing.
No, you're not at a disadvantage when leasing. I think he's talking about buying.
Is written lease, deed of ownership, etc.
Well, he's talking the 30-year, possibly 30 years. Yeah, it was all, you know, pie in the sky. But in reference to buying, yeah, we kind of are. But with a condo, you'll be fine. You know, that's been in place for many, many years, decades. So so it's legit and it's been supported. So
yeah.
Terry Fallon, guys, all I can say is that we're so over winter here. Would love to have a pool access condo, enjoy the warm life in Thailand. You will.
Yeah.
You come
There's
here.
plenty of them around.
Oh, yeah. And no more snow. Wouldn't that be the life?
That'd be a fantastic life.
What's up? AI used in one of the government offices to crack down restaurant businesses not filing all transactions, pocketing the cash in millions. Busted. Go technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
they're using AI to their advantage over here in Thailand. Yeah.
Yep. Terry Fallon, by the way, Coop, really enjoyed your live stream with Claude. Yeah, that was good. That was fun and really liked learning his backstory. Cool guy.
He is. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And he said to me off stream, he said, you know what, Coop? He said, I was bored shitless out here. His girlfriend works, so she can only stay with him 2 to 3 days a week. The other 4 days, he's by himself. He says, I was bored shitless until I found your channel. He says, now all my friends are Americans.
Sure.
He said, before I had no friends. He said, you don't realize how difficult it is to make friends here in Thailand. He said, but finding your channel, he says, I'm no longer bored. He says, there's so much to do. I can participate or I can't participate. It says, it's up to me. He said, but without it, I was just going stir crazy.
Yeah.
And that was a huge compliment.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I've run across that many times, that it's like a support network. You know, you're going to meet people of similar interests, similar veins from all over the planet. But we've all come to Thailand. And then we realize once we're here, we love it. And it's so good. And you want to have other people to talk to, similar interests. Yeah. We laugh and carry on. Come to the meet and greet, guys. You'll see it for yourself.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night at 6 at Fraser's.
But yeah, Terry, Claude is an ace guy.
Yep.
I got a lot of respect for him.
Every Thursday we do that bike ride. So
and he organizes it all.
He does. Great job.
He's really stepped up to the plate.
Snowbird, hello from Alaska. Had to click that like button, make Darlene smile. What the heck is happening with Bitcoin? It's on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on big sale.
Wait for the Clarity Act.
What are we at? Yeah, we need that. Rick Pease. Oh, yes. The pool villas in Wahin are beautiful.
Yes.
I contacted an agent and looked at 4 rental properties in Wahin. That's what to do.
They are, and they're cheaper than here. Yeah. I have friends over there that are renting pool villas and paying half what I am for mine.
Yeah.
You know, it's but then you got a quieter life over there. You have to weigh up what you want.
Yep.
You know, and for me, this ticks all the boxes. Wahin, maybe in 10, 20 years when I'm older and I'm less mobile, that'll be the perfect spot for me. We'll see.
I think most people's mindset in the West, Coop, is to home ownership.
Yeah.
You know, from a young age, we've kind of been ingrained with that. You come to Thailand, guys, and you maybe should try and get out of that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is, Coop said, you can go to Wahin, get this type of villa for half in a quieter, you know, city called Wahin. Why not? Keep your money invested. That's so cheap. Like 25,000 a month for a villa like this.
With a pool.
Yeah, $600-$700. Hello.
Yeah.
Tim P. Good evening, CBD and gang. Hope all is well your way. It is.
Right. Yeah. Hello, Tim.
Robert Pierpont. Bitcoin just dropped 2,500 in 15 minutes. Wow.
Yeah. We need that Clarity Act, folks.
We don't have it up on the screen here. Terry Fallon. Tim P. Hello from Ontario. How's it going in Alberta? Still warm out there? What's up? Do you think if 70-30 law enforced, that many Thai will buy condo? Looks like there are a lot of condos empty now. Yeah, no, I don't see that happening.
No, I still think the 30% would be empty.
Yeah.
But it will lower the costs for the foreigners that want to buy. Because more people would be sharing the communal fees. And therefore, they'd be able to lower it.
I don't think community fees are a big issue here. I know they are in the West.
They're not expensive. They're not.
No.
You're talking $100, $200 a month.
Yeah.
You know, it's you know, depending on the size of the unit. 1 bedroom, you're probably talking $100 a month. Maybe a 2-bedroom, $200 a month. 3-bedroom, $300 a month. Whatever.
We're talking here.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
74. What's up?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. Robert Pierpont, there are plenty of condos that have no foreign quotas available, even in Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Coop
But that
mentioned
government minister went on TV and says, nope, it's not happening. They can't even sell the 49%. There's no need to change the law.
Sound
And
his own book.
nobody questioned him. Everybody just believed him. I proved him wrong in 2 minutes.
What's up? Sold out sign probably to attract more buyers, or really sold out? Hard to say. Timmy P. Hey, Terry, all good. Hope you're well.
Yeah.
Terry Fallon, thanks, Tim. Vegas, Chris from Lost Wages. Great sense in why renting is much better. Many pros to renting over cons of buying. Correct, Mundo.
Yeah. I'm not going to buy a house. Not until that rule is changed. And it's because I don't want to lose it. You know, I don't want to be like one of those poor people in Phuket. I don't want to lose my home. That's my life savings, folks. You know, I'm not going to take that risk with it. You know, I'd rather just leave it in America earning interest and I'm good to go. But until that's changed, no way.
W Secrets to Success. I'm with Brooke. Lease for life and stay nimble when living overseas. Correct. Stay liquid.
Yeah.
Robert Pierpont, I used to look at a lot of condos that are for sale in all areas of Thailand, and so many are in a company name.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, that
Walk
means
away, run away, guys.
Yeah.
That is today's message. That is the quickest way for you to lose all your money. And then you're going to be crying to your embassy saying they stole my money. They didn't steal all your money. You stole that property.
Yeah,
and they're taking it back.
You didn't do your due diligence.
Yeah.
If you see a condo for sale and it's in a corporation, that typically means it's not foreign quota.
Yes.
By typically,
it's 100%
99.9999% of the time, it's not in the foreign quota, guys. So that means run.
Yeah.
As Coop says, don't walk to the nearest exit.
Yeah.
Mike Doty and Little Mike, that voting issue reminds me of the night Biden was down by 300,000 votes in Pennsylvania, and miraculously overnight, they found those 300,000 votes, all for Biden. I'm just saying. Captain Action, please remember to hit that like button, make Darlene smile.
Yes, please.
Wooly Bully, exactly. Mike Doty, amazing that. Okay. Vegas Chris, on another note, is CBD wanting to reiterate at 90 minutes into the show today to please say your goodbyes and or last comments so the show doesn't run into the breakfast meetup at 10:30.
Yeah, because my wife was upset last week.
She was.
We missed the breakfast because the
She
show ran
was.
over. So we got about another 5 minutes, and then we'll start saying our goodbyes. We're going to keep this Mondays only to 1.5 hours,
Okay.
so we don't miss our meet up for breakfast.
Terry Fallon, hey there, Captain Action. Hello from Terry in Ontario. What's subs? Paying money for boating is very common in one of the third world countries. Correct.
And that's another thing.
Common in Thailand.
The new prime minister promised to have a weekly lottery where he'd make a Thai citizen a millionaire if they
Wowzer.
voted for him.
Every week.
Every week, they'd make a lottery and make one Thai person a millionaire.
Bingo. They'd get a lot of people into that. Snowbird, anyone know what's going on with this Bitcoin crash?
Maybe Iran conflict has taken off. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, that would be one thing that would make it drop quick.
Robert Pierpont, Snowbird, the Mexican cartel is cashing out. They need cash.
I heard in the news they went after one of the head guys in the
Yeah,
Mexican
one of
cartel.
the head guys, and they
Took 'em
didn't
out,
like
yeah.
that, did they? Jay Jettable, hey Coop, as a fellow brother of the Leaf, I found another cigar lounge at Rompo Market called Luna
Okay.
Coffee and Cigar.
Mm.
I guess they just opened up a few months ago.
Oh, I'll have to go check it out.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do like my cigars. Thank you for that, Jay. Luna.
Vegas Chris, Brooke a little bitter on the gold medal win, but think it was awesome for the guy that got 2 teeth knocked out. His mouth made the winning goal.
I guess he was pissed off.
I guess he's that's a trade-off. I don't know if I'd want. Terry Fallon, hey Coop, did you get your barbecue built and did you grill your first steak yet?
No, not yet.
Come on.
It'll happen. I'll concentrate on that after Thai New Year.
Wahin, in Wahin, they're cracking down, but giving homeowners 1 year to comply.
Good.
Okay,
I like
interesting.
that.
Yeah.
If they're giving them 1 year, then that gives them time to sell it. They're going to lose money because the Thai ain't going to pay the full-on price.
Yeah.
But at least they'll get some of their money back. They'll recoup some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my understanding was, and there is obviously scams in Thailand, guys. There's corruption. There's, money laundering possibly. If they find that it is one of those, they seize the property. Most cases, hopefully it's not. And then, as Coop says, hopefully they give you the time to comply. Now, comply means you maybe got to liquidate it. I don't think you can comply by getting 51% Thai ownership properly, which means they'd have to invest in it. So probably is a sale.
Okay, 1 second, Brooke.
Yeah, no worries.
Somebody's trying to get a hold of me. I told him we'll contact them after the live stream.
Vegas Chris, Robert Pierpont. I see Mexico eliminated El Mencho today.
I heard that.
Who's going to collect the $15 million that was put on him?
Mm.
Well, I think it was the Mexican army that was involved, so there's probably nobody collecting that. Thomas Thorne Bismarck. Morning, guys. First live show since I joined. Okay, was in patio over the 24 to 25 New Year. The fireworks show on the beach and patio was incredible. They are here, guys. Too bad I didn't know about this group last year.
Well, you
The
do now.
word is spreading.
So next time, come out and join us. And yeah, the channel's growing quick, guys. In the 2 years that we've been on YouTube, we went from zero subscribers to what are we at?
Almost
18,000
now, isn't it?
800 and something subscribers.
Bingo. Well done,
Yeah,
Coop.
so we're doing well. And welcome, Thorne, to the channel and the group. Much appreciated.
Timmy P, the U.S. first gold medal in hockey since 1980. What took you so long, Coop?
Gotcha.
I remember that first game. That
Yeah.
was amazing.
What, back in 1980?
Yeah,
Yeah.
beat the Russians.
Okay.
Oh, like they were you would have lost big time betting on the Russians, and you would have made big time betting on the U.S. in that game. Thorne Bismarck, first time in Thailand was a 6-week vacation,
Okay.
and looking to come back over Christmas holidays for the 90 days. Yeah, it's currently still 90, might be down to 60 when you get here.
Yeah.
We'll absolutely come to the meetups. Thank you, gents. And yeah, good idea.
We have a meetup every month except for December.
4th Tuesday of every month.
The only one we don't meet up is over Christmas because we spend that with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not actually
4th Tuesday, it's at 6 p.m. and it's at Fraser's on Trapaya Road.
Yeah.
LV Abroad from Kentucky. Will tourist police help you if you're on a retirement visa?
Yes.
I think they would help any tourist.
Yeah. And they're fantastic because they're all foreigners, folks.
Yeah.
And they're your intermediary between the problem you're having and the Thai police. That's what they're there for.
There'll be a Thai
To
speaker
protect
with
tourist
them.
rights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Including retirees that live here.
They have a phone number to call. So.
They do. Yes.
Dodie says, how was parking at District Grand Park 2 this past high season? When is District Grand Park 3 scheduled to finish?
Okay. Well, that's one of the reasons I moved out, folks, and into a pool villa was the parking issues. I'd spoken to Joe many times, and he's a great guy. I got nothing against Joe, but there was cars that were sitting there, never moved. Motorbikes that were sitting there, never moved. And he says, problem is, Coop, he says, these are from people that have bought the properties.
Yeah, what do you
and
do?
they only spend 1 month a year. I can't tell them to move their car or their motorbike. They own it.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, yeah, it's becoming too overcrowded now. And in high season, there's just literally no parking. I got to park outside the area, and I'm not leaving my expensive car out in the street, you know, for some joker to go down there drunk and crash their scooter into it. No, ain't going to happen. So we moved to a house.
I can just speak for District Grand Park 2 and Building E I'm in. There's always parking available. Now, are you going to get the same spot? Like I know Ronnie has a nice pickup with an extension, like a bull bar on the front, and he pretty well keeps that one spot. Now, he don't take his car out a lot, and when he does, probably one of the cones he'll throw in because that's about the only spot that otherwise he'd stick too far out.
Yeah.
But the bikes, they're just, I always find a spot, but it's busy, and I don't how they're going to address it. I think you did the right thing for your parking.
Yeah. Now, District Grand Park 3, it looks like it's going to be
About a
getting
year.
the first keys in December
December this year. So
Yeah.
10 months.
of
same.
Building A.
Yep.
Building B, C, D, and E.
Come later?
Later.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
You drive by, they do look like they're
working on it
working,
fast.
to finish it. Thorne Bismarck. With all the high-rise condos, how was the aftermath of the earthquake and all these concrete buildings?
No problem in our area.
Didn't
Bangkok, they had some problems.
Yeah.
With some cracks, but only one building went down, and that was that Chinese building.
Yeah.
Then they found they were using substandard steel, illegal steel, and they went after them. It was a Chinese company building their own building, basically.
And
so it wasn't a condo building.
The Skyway they were building, and they had 2 crane collapses.
Mm-hmm.
They were both the same Chinese outfit that had built that
Bridge.
They're.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be invited back. Carrie Fallon, Coop, my wife and I love your pool villa. It looks so cozy and well laid out. Fantastic.
Thank you.
It's nice here.
It is a bit dated, but I like the dated feeling. I know that the doors look great. Look at the door behind Brooke.
Yeah.
You know, it still looks brand new, even though you can tell it's 15 years old.
And that's real wood too, guys.
Yeah, it's real wood. It's not that fabricated stuff.
Sawdust and glue. No. Javon Styles, CBD, my family's retirement venture is planned to start in Jomtien. We plan to rent practically across the street before buying. Good. We've heard the Thai company pitch countless times. It's sad news.
Don't touch it, John.
Don't know.
Don't.
He's not. You
Yeah.
can tell. Jay Jetable, Coop, you're a man after my own heart. I'm retiring from being in the real estate business, and your building inspection, rust, water pipes, mold, mildew is the first thing I look for. Spot on.
And thank you, Jay. And I'll go into that just a little bit for 30 seconds here, folks. And then we'll get on to the rest of the comments before we sign off. Like I said, I've made 400 property videos, probably 300 of them condos, 100 houses. But here's what I'm not telling you. What I'm not telling you is there was also an additional 300 condo units that I refused to film for the channel. And I upset a lot of realtors. I upset a lot of owners. And I got a bad reputation from them.
Oh.
And they won't let me look at any of their properties.
Oh.
And the reason was I refused. I found a lot of things wrong. And I said, I'm not filming this and putting it on my channel. I'm not going to drive my channel down. You know, get these things repaired, get them fixed. I'll come back and I'll film it. No problem. Balconies full of rust. The metal bars all full of rust. You know, cracks. Pipes under the sink rusted the heck. You know, toilet seat broken. You know, look, things that need to be fixed that you think that any respectable owner would do these repairs, and they hadn't done them. And I said, I'm not putting them on my channel. So if you guys are looking for a good property to rent out here, go back in my channel. We
That's 30
broke
seconds.
it down and we put it in blocks so you don't have to search back 2 years. You can click on the box that says condos, and it'll bring you the full list of what we filmed. And at least you know somebody's looking out for you back.
Good. Timmy P says, Coop, it's been a while, but how are the dental implants holding up?
And I plan on making a video about that because it's coming up to the 1 year mark.
Oh,
So
okay.
stay tuned, Tim.
Alfa Romeo, there he is. Good evening, gents. More snow on the way back in lovely Stony Creek. My back needs a hammer and chisel massage before the shoveling begins. Monday morning. Yes, I missed this place.
Oh, my Buddha.
Alfa Romeo, Mike Doty, I hear you're experiencing a huge amount of snow, buddy. We need to book flights to the land of smiles.
Oh, yeah.
Terry Fallon, Alfa Romeo, hey there. We're buried up here in Bancroft. Oh, my Buddha, let us out. Thorn Bismarck, sorry. I read that Airbnb is not allowed under 30 days.
True.
Correctamundo. Can I use it for 60 to 90 rental period?
Yes.
I've never used Airbnb before, and I'm wary of a potential conflict or scam.
You can, but it has to be longer than 30 days. There is a Condo Act here. Well, actually, it's called the Hotel Act. And it protects hotels from losing business, people staying in condos for 2-3 days a week instead of staying in the hotels. So they brought this law out, and it's over a 20-year law, folks, when condos first come up in the area. And hence why that's the case. But yeah, you can. Agoda, you can go on there. You'll find them on there. Booking.com, you'll find them on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other option is you come here, you get a hotel for 2-3 days, go knocking on doors, you know, juristic offices, anything for rent here. And there would be typically, and then you get, but yeah, if you're here for 60 or 90, Airbnb should be fine.
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo, Terry, we're getting the snow tonight and tomorrow. I'm now using the snowblower if only snows 0.5 millimeter. Not even. Terry Fallon, Alpha, let's just grab a flight and get the hell out of here. He's talking Canada.
Yeah.
Javon Stiles, I'm waiting for the Prime Minister to pass the anti-rock hard mattress law. The freelancers taking Bitcoin law would be nice. Kidding. Just laughing to keep from crying. Mom really wanted a home.
And you guys can have a home. Come
Yeah,
over
you
here
can-
and rent, Javon. Eventually the law will pass.
Got a nice villa. You can rent that.
Eventually
Affordable.
it'll take off here like it has in Wahin with the 30-year land lease. You know, there are working in the right direction, I think, but it's going to take time. And I would not be looking at buying a house right now in the area from any of the developers.
No.
Until they start doing this 30-year land lease or the government changes to 99
When you
years.
lease here, you can take time to go to Wahin, check it out for a few days, walk around, get the feel. Rayon. I love Rayon. Beautiful beaches there. So there is parts of Thailand other than, you know, Jomtien and Pattaya that, hey, you want to maybe look at if you're looking long term
Exactly.
for renting. El Romeo, Vegas, the price of the elite visa is already added to the condo prices. Not a deal, in my opinion.
True.
Yeah, he's right on that.
I saw the same thing.
Canada Goose on the Loose. Use the next 30 years to make friends with a Thai and sell your house to them, and they sell it back to you afterwards.
I don't know.
Don't
Maybe
wanna-
you sell it to them and they want to double it when they sell it back to you.
Maybe.
So, yeah.
Bad Rongo, the U.S.-Thai Treaty of Amity allows U.S. citizens to own a Thai company 100% outright. There is exceptions. I think you have to have a substantial business presence here for that. And
I don't know the full rule, but I do know somebody that does know the rule.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
You find that. So don't count on that, guys.
Well, the owner of Route 66 falls into that category. He's under that.
Bingo.
So, but I don't know a lot about it.
Live and learn with Mike. Good morning. I just finished my Muay Thai training. Okay.
Well done, Mikey.
Done well. Stinking rocket. Oof, that Bitcoin, 5,000 this week, down. But I'm getting 2,300 in dividends this week. I'll be A-okay. Yeah, Bitcoin's at 64.5, Coop.
Wow.
Yeah, drop. We looked before the live stream. It was 67.
67 barely.
Change. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does drop. But hey, it can jump back just as quick.
And Thorn Bismarck becomes our newest channel member and now gets the badge next to his name, helping to support the channel for only $2 a month. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Javon Styles, do you know of any reliable home inspectors we could hire to go over a property with a fine-tooth comb before sinking our retirement money into a money pit?
Many.
Yeah.
I do know of several.
Yeah.
And one person I would definitely go to is Joe.
But Javon, when you get here with the parents, rent. Yeah, don't be looking to buy. Take that year you're renting to see about buying and where.
Yeah, Javon, when you get here, reach out to me. You got me on WhatsApp and Line, buddy. Reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with some of the right people out here.
Bingo. Okay, Fallon, guys, just saw another ocean view condo next to the beach for 12,000 baht a month. That's like 360 bucks, guys.
Yeah.
Wow, why do we live here?
Exactly. And that's what Claude is paying for his. He's right on the beach, right opposite me, Book.
Yeah.
And he's got a fantastic place. Okay, it's a 1-bedroom, 35 square meters, standard size 1-bedroom out here. He said, it's only me. What do I need a bigger place for?
Sure.
You know? And what's that? $360.
360, 370.
And he's right there on the beach.
Rate. Yeah.
You can't beat it, guys.
Cheapest chips, as Coop would say.
You can find them here.
What a sale. Cooperstown Anonymous. Yes.
Yes.
Terry Fallon, Coop and Brooke, my last comment for the night is that the big reason we're looking at Thailand for retirement is because of your channel. Thanks for all you do, and hopefully we get there one day.
It'd be a pleasure to have you
You'll
both
love
out
it
here with us.
You'll love
Mr. and Mrs. Fallon.
You'll be saying, I wish
Fallon.
I had done that sooner.
Yeah.
Juan Antonio Saria. Good morning, gentlemen. What are the requests to get the Thailand residence visa and be able to work as a freelance? I think you want to do the DTV, don't you?
Thailand residence visa.
So a visa to stay here.
Well, the only residence visa I know of is the green card. That's a permanent residence visa. Everything else is either a work visa, retirement visa, or education visa, or DTV.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little bit more knowledge explanation there, but the one I think you're referring to is the DTV. That one you apply through your embassy in your home country.
Outside of Thailand.
Correct.
It's good for 5 years.
Yeah.
My nephew's on it.
But to work here as a freelance for that, you'd need a business visa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve says, I purchased a condo under foreign quota nearly 3 years ago.
Okay.
I do have a Thai wife and been married for 10 years. Good for you. See you at the meet and greet.
Okay, Steve.
There's a success story.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he bought it, did it the right way, bought it under foreign quota, and it's in his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's been married 10 years to a Thai. Good.
Yeah.
So obviously for 7 years he was renting or, had other situations, but decided to buy. So obviously, things
and he
look
put it
solid.
in his name. So he's protected either way.
Yep.
Well
Foreign
done,
quota.
Steve. See you tomorrow night, bud.
Canada Goose on Loose. Ask yourself what your pool villa rent cost is per month. Example, 50,000 a month times 12 months times 30 years. Just buy the pool villa under that total and it is a no-brainer, I think.
Yeah, hopefully we'll live 30 years. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If it equates to under the 30 years, you're on a winner.
Yeah,
right.
you don't want to pay
Wrapping
that
up,
front.
folks, say your goodbyes now. We're at
All right,
time.
Al from Mayo, the Food Munchkin says hello and looking forward to seeing you all soon. Brooke, she's back to work, Ryan, and says congratulations. Yeah, paying the bills.
Okay.
Terry Fallon, enjoy your breakfast. Thanks, guys.
You're very welcome.
1, 2, 3. It's Mr. JD. Good
Hello,
morning,
buddy.
all. See you soon at the clubhouse for brekkie.
We will be there.
Down from the villages. Mike Doty, great show. God bless.
Thank you, Mike.
Juan Antonio Soria, do you recommend contacting Sean Gordienko to rent an apartment in Pattaya and surroundings?
He's not a bad agent. No, he's not bad. Yeah.
Vegas Chris, thanks as always, guys. Be safe and enjoy the week ahead. Up and to the right.
Thank you, Chris.
Juan Antonio, thank you for the info.
And that's it. We're at the end of today's comments, the end of today's live stream. Thank you all for coming on and joining us. Again, if this is something that you want from a channel, from a YouTuber, somebody's going to tell you outright the truth, not going to sugarcoat anything, and tell you the things that you need to be aware of here in Thailand to avoid, then you may want to think about giving us a thumbs up and hitting the subscribe button, because every week we have 3 live streams a week, and we report the good, bad, and the ugly here in Thailand. So until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all. Stay tuned. Watch the outro. See our favorite places here in Thailand. Until next time, take care.
See you at the meet and greet tomorrow.
Woke up in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Cooper's Thai-adventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thai-adventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad Thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Cooper's Thai-adventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thai-adventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's still my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. From Chiang Mai's mountains to Koh Samui's shore, every step's a story, I'm craving for more. Smiles all around, the people so kind. Thailand's a treasure that's one of a kind. Floating markets, lanterns in the sky. Festivals that spark like the stars up high. Jungles whisper secrets, rivers carve the land. Cooper's holding Thailand in the palm of my hand. Elephants roam in the sunset's blaze. Every day's a wonder lost in a daze. From spicy street eats to the ocean's embrace. Thailand's a paradise I'll never regret.